I would like to first thank the Chamber and the Young Professionals Network for organizing this event. My name is Crystal Brent, and I'm running for Angelina County Clerk. I was raised in Angelina County. After graduation, I attended Angelina College. My daughter, Destiny, attends Huntington High School and Angelina College. She recently enlisted in the Navy and will begin serving September the 9th. I have worked for Angelina County for about 6 years. I worked as Deputy Clerk to District Clerk Reba Squires for 4 years. There, I was responsible for filing of family, civil, and criminal cases. I was also the Deputy Clerk responsible for handling Judge Gerald Goodwin's docket. I have been Assistant Court Coordinator to County Court at Law Judge Derek Flournoy for the past 2.5 years. I'm responsible for handling family, probate, civil misdemeanor, criminal, I'll stop there for a minute, civil, criminal misdemeanor, and juvenile criminal cases on the court's docket. In these positions, I have gained the knowledge and experience to be Angelina County's next county clerk. As county clerk, I assure the taxpayers of Angelina County that the county clerk's office will be open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and that the deputy clerks will be cross-trained in all areas necessary to efficiently assist the citizens in courts. Under my leadership, I guarantee that the duties of the county clerk's office will be carried out with integrity, honesty, and diligence. If elected county clerk, I promise to do my best to make the taxpayers proud of the office of the county clerk. Tonight, I am here asking for your support and your vote. I'm asking you to vote for a change. Thank you.
I'm Dickie Dixon. Officially, I'm Herschel Harry Dixon Jr. For a while in seminary, I went by Dick, so I tell everyone that I'm actually just another Herschel, Dick, or Harry. I want to thank you, the Lufkin Daily and the Chamber for putting this on. Delivered by Dr. Thames, I was originally born in Lufkin. My family on my father's side, the Finley side, has been here since 1837. And because of that connection, we actually own the old stone fort because of the Cordova Rebellion. As Archie McDonald's grad assistant at SFA while I was working on my master's in history, I took a public records course in which we had to write a sawmill entrepreneur's biography. And through that, I learned to work in county records. I was the program chairman for the Angelina County Historical Commission for 5 to 10 years. I'm an experienced landman, genealogist, and historian. Because of the Corps of Engineers move of the Marion Centennial Marker, I also worked in a lot of county clerks' offices to prove that that marker needed to be moved back. Because of my work as a landman, a genealogist, and a historian, I've worked in 10 to 15 different county clerk's offices, the General Land Office, and the State Archives Library, using records, and actually have taught people how to use those records there. As a professor of history at Angelina College, I taught a distance learning class at Kennard, Hudson, Big Sandy, and Trinity, and I took my students there to teach them how to use those records. Because of that, I've been a customer in county clerk's offices, and I've seen the best of practices and the worst of practices. One of my pet peeves is that government employees be responsive to the customers. Thank you.
I'm Amy Fincher, and I'm running for county clerk. I have been a longtime resident of Angelina County. I graduated from Hudson High School in 1995. I have been married to Wes Fincher for over 16 years. Together, we have 3 children. I have been a member of Lufkin First United Methodist Church since 1999, and I'm in my 3rd year of teaching a children's Sunday school class. I also serve as treasurer on the Lufkin Main Street Advisory Board. I am currently a supervisor in the county clerk's office, and I have 13 years experience as deputy county clerk. I have been trained in every position in the office. I have worked in the criminal records, the civil, probate, and guardianship records, and I'm currently the mental health deputy clerk, and I also work the front counter issuing birth and death certificates, marriage license, assumed name certificates, military discharges, brands, and I file with property records. If elected county clerk, I will make wise decisions in the use of the taxpayers' funds to continue to update the office and provide the best quality service to Angelina County. I will run a professional, courteous, and efficient office. I am very dedicated to my job. I'm a hard worker, I'm honest, I'm responsible, and I'm confident that I can do this job. It will be a smooth transition. I will not have to be trained. I can come in on January 1st and manage the office. I believe with my 13 years experience and my knowledge of the office that I can best serve Angelina County as your next county clerk. I would appreciate your support. I thank you all for coming, and I will be glad to meet with you afterwards to answer any questions you have.
So the first question is, tell us about your greatest accomplishment in your professional career and in your personal life.
Greatest accomplishment was that I got my master's in Hebrew at Dallas Theological Seminary. I had hoped to get my doctorate in Semitic, so I took Biblical Aramaic, Classical Arabic, and New Testament Greek. In the process of doing that, I made the highest grade on the advanced placement exam to enter Dallas Seminary. In my personal life, I would say my greatest achievement is my family. In the process of taking Greek from Ham Keithley at a Holiday Inn restaurant, I met my wife, who was the waitress. I led her to the Lord, and we lived for about 36 years together before she passed away about 2 years ago. I have 6 grandchildren, ranging in age from 16 to 1. One turned 1 today. And my daughter, I have 2 daughters, Sasha, who lives here in Lufkin, and Sarah, who lives in Durham, North Carolina.
Okay. All right. Amy, you're next. Tell us about your greatest accomplishment in your professional career and in your personal life.
Okay. I started working in the county clerk's office when I was 20 years old. Through all of these years, I've learned a lot. I've got to work with the county officials. And I believe my biggest achievement will be, well, this has been my biggest achievement, just the encouragement that I've had to run for public office. And my personal life, of course, would be my family. We are a Christian family. My husband and I make sure that our kids go to church, and we just try to teach them right. And I'm very proud of them.
All right, and Crystal, tell us about your greatest accomplishment in your professional career and in your personal life.
In my professional career, I would say, I've been in the courthouse, like I said, for 6.5 years. I started out in the district clerk's office, was there for about 4 years before I received a call from County Court at Law 2 requesting that I come and work for them. It's a huge accomplishment to be able to go from the district clerk's office and be requested to come and work for a judge. From there, I hope, like I said, to be elected as your next county clerk, which will absolutely be the biggest accomplishment in my life. Personally, I've raised, like I said, my daughter is 17. She'll graduate from high school this year and go into the Navy, and I've done that as a single mother, of course, with the help of my family, and I feel like that's a huge accomplishment, especially for the young lady that she's turned out to be. I'm very proud of her, so that in turn makes me very proud of myself.
Okay, and continuing to ask our questions, and this time we'll start with Amy, and then Crystal, and then Mr. Dixon. And so the next question is, what skills and expertise do you possess that would make you qualified for the county court of law position?
The county clerk position?
I'm sorry, the county clerk position. I will make more than one mistake tonight. I apologize.
Okay, well, of course, like I said, I have 13 years experience in the office. I've worked every job and I believe that I am the most qualified candidate. I'm the only candidate that has ever worked in the county clerk's office, and I believe that that makes me the most qualified. I've also attended seminars with the county clerk. I've received training. I go to commissioner's court and bail bond board meetings when the county clerk is not available, and I can do any job in the office.
Okay. I think it's you. I'm sorry, I lost track. Are you ready?
Yes. Working in the various offices that I've worked in, I've had the opportunity to work closely with the county clerk's office. I've familiarized myself with the filing of cases in the district clerk's office as far as our civil family cases that we've filed. Also working in county court of law too, the cases that are filed in the county clerk's office are heard by Judge Flournoy or Judge Inselman in the county court of law courts. I've seen the cases from the moment that they've been filed to the moment that they end. So I'm very, very familiar with all the cases as far as your probates, your family cases, your civil cases, your juvenile cases, so forth. So I definitely believe that through those offices, I've gained the experience and knowledge to be the county clerk.
All right, and Mr. Dixon, you're next.
Yeah, I grew up in a business family. From the time I was 14, I delivered furniture for my father, so I met the public from the time I was 14. And I have over 25 years of business experience in a stair-step ascendancy from being a delivery man to a furniture store owner to a warehouse supervisor. And I also can interface well with the ministerial community and the educational community. I'm also the president of Angelina County Genealogical Society. I believe that background in business helps me want to commit myself to great customer service. The difference between our business and government business is that if we didn't take care of our customer, we didn't have one. And so I believe that we in government offices should do our best to be as customer friendly as possible, to interface well with the legal and judicial community so that we do our job well in a business-like manner where we do our utmost to save the taxpayer as much money as possible, and that we commit ourselves to delivering a day's work for a day's pay in an honorable way. I also believe that we should also strive to have extended hours and where we make our things more accessible to the public. So I think good business practices in my background will help me be a very good county clerk.
Okay, they're telling us from the technical department, if you will turn that corded mic off when you're not talking, then it'll help with the feedback. And I'm going to try to do the same thing down here. They're telling me the same thing. So, doing the best we can. All right, so we're back to the top. So, Crystal, you'll go first, and then Mr. Dixon, and then Ms. Fincher. So, the next question that we have is, what is your major area of concern in the position of county clerk, and how would you go about addressing that concern? Me? No, it's Ms. Brent.
Okay, I've actually expressed some of the
closer, yeah.
Some of the
Mm-hmm.
some of the things that I believe need to change within the county clerk's office. Those have been, at this point in time, I realize that the county clerk's office is an 8 to 4:30 or 4:45 office. I believe that it should be an 8 to 5 office. I believe that the taxpayers are paying us to serve from 8 to 5 o'clock. I believe that there are ways that can go about being done, whether it be staggering your staff from 8 to 5 and 8:30 to 5:30 in order for that to happen. But I think that it's very important for us to be able to serve the community in those hours. Another thing that I do plan to change is to make sure that everyone within the office is completely cross-trained in every single department that there is. I think that it's very helpful to be able to go into an office and know that at no point in time are you going to have to wait for one or two individuals that may be trained in that certain position. And those are just a few of the changes. I realize that if I get into office, there may be other things that I see that do need to happen. And of course, I'll always have an open door policy for any individuals, whether it be in the clerk's office, in the courts, or in the community.
Okay, I think it's your turn next, Dickie. So, what are your major areas of concern in the position of county clerk, and how would you address those concerns?
I believe that we should have hours that are more accessible to the public, maybe Saturday hours, as well as one night a month, maybe where we're open on Monday night. I believe that we need to make more of our records available where they're searchable on the computer. The deed records go back when the county was founded in 1846. I believe that we should do everything in our power to educate the public about the availability of the records. As a genealogist, I know that there are a lot of people out there that would like to know how to use those records. I think that we could publicly educate the public so that we could teach them how to use those records. By putting the land records online, many land companies buy subscriptions to purchase those land records online, and we could generate revenue thereby to do that. It would be easier, it would be more accessible to the public. I am really concerned too that we interface well with the courts so that we serve them in a user-friendly way, and we do everything in our power to make what we do better for them.
Okay, and Amy, you're next. What are your major concerns with regard to the position of county clerk, and how would you go about addressing those concerns?
Okay. I would definitely make more public records available online. This would include our real property records, and I would also make our court records available on our county website. I would also give our customers the option to pay with a debit card. As of right now, we only take cash or check, and that can sometimes be inconvenient. I also would hold monthly meetings with my employees, which I would like to say that we have a trained, courteous, professional staff in the county clerk's office. I would hold monthly meetings with them that would allow better communication. I can get their input. I can let them know of any concerns or changes that need to be made. I would continue to build a team that will work with the county officials and other departments to provide the best quality service for Angelina County.
Okay, so I think we're back to starting with Mr. Dixon. I'm going to ask you to be a little bit introspective and tell us what are your greatest strengths and what are your greatest weaknesses?
Well, my greatest strength is my greatest weakness. I think that I'm a giver. I think I'm almost a pathological giver, that I give almost too much to some people sometimes. I work right now at Office Depot, and I pride myself on good customer service there, where I make sure the customer's taken care of. I'm thorough, whether it's Hebrew or whether it's history. Everyone from seminary to SFA will tell you that I'm a very compulsive researcher. I think that gives me a leg up on my opponents in that I understand that a person at the county clerk's office can make or break a landman's project or a genealogist that's looking for something. Sometimes a little tidbit of information along the way goes a long way to helping someone to find something that they need.
Okay, next, Amy, you're up, and tell us your greatest strengths and your greatest weaknesses.
Okay. My greatest strength is probably that I am a hard worker. I take pride in the work that I do. You can ask some of my coworkers. I can spend all day on something, and if I don't feel like it's right, I'll redo it. I want it to be perfect. I have worked since I was 16 years old. I was brought up that you have to work hard for what you want, and that's what I try to teach my kids. My weakness would probably be something like this. I'm not good with crowds, but I'm doing my best. I'm kind of shy and reserved, but this experience has kind of helped me come out of that.
I would say that my strongest weakness, good thing about me, I'm trying to say, is I'm a hard worker. I take pride in what I do. Like I said, you can't put me on the spot here, but I'm a very, very, very hard worker. I learn quickly. Another thing that I think is I'm very good with people, and I think that in this position that's going to be something that's very important. Probably my weakness would be I generally take on more than I probably should. I probably go above and beyond, and sometimes catch myself doing for others and forgetting about myself. So that's pretty much, that's it.
Okay.